Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, November 19th. Today, in terms of economic data, we got the building permits that came a little bit better than expected, still in the negative. But the main reason today we are having a huge discussion, it's the escalation with Russia and Ukraine war. The overall sentiment that I'm observing is cautiously optimistic because basically several Federal Reserve officials, including a prominent member like Schmid, have indicated a possible shift towards a less restrictive monetary policy. This is a major highlight because their confidence is that inflation is trending towards the Fed's 2%. So even though we have this conflict, we have these geopolitical headwinds, it's crucial to acknowledge also how the Federal Reserve is sending this message. The ongoing escalation of the Ukrainian conflict casts a long shadow. Missiles from Ukraine, escalation from Russia, menacing of nuclear escalation. Basically, all these geopolitical risks mentioned have introduced a significant uncertainty. However, I think there are positive signals from the Fed regarding inflation and potential rate cuts offering hope for the US market. And in the upcoming Nvidia's earnings, maybe the traders and investors are focusing on that, on the market, instead of the huge geopolitical risk. I think that has part of the reason why we've seen this kind of really aggressive downward pressure and then recovering everything. I was one of the traders that took opportunity of this sell-off. This was 239 points. And look at this because this kind of trade only happens a couple of times. We had down here last week low. That was key to really find the best risk reward ratio towards your trade. It's obvious that we got a really heavy sell-off due to the news with Russia, but the setup was there. This was the setup. Risk reward ratio 1 to 10. 1 to 10. This is one of the best trades that I've taken this year for sure. But it's following my strategy. Critical level last week low. We then have the bullish fair value gap and the consequent encouragement really putting this kind of bullish candle. And then I have this inverse getting run through. I didn't add, I just let it cook. And my target could have been just these pre-market highs that we took at 20,700. That would be insane. But I just wanted to really squeeze the people that were so much focused on the geopolitical tensions that they didn't see that maybe some investors are taking this opportunity to really invest and buy this dip. So I got this kind of monster trade of 200 points, 4,000 bucks today. 4,000 bucks. And Nvidia is pushing. So Nvidia is really bringing the market up. It's covering this market because tomorrow after close, we have the earnings. And maybe you are worried about Russia and Ukraine. I am worried. I've read news about all this uncertainty, all this huge escalation, but sometimes the market doesn't care. And this is one of the times in which if you were scared, you lost a huge opportunity of a big trade. And I took the risk. Basically, that was 20 points. 20 points of risk for 200 points. One of the best of my year, and I'm really proud. So things that I'm seeing, the dollar is really pull it back a bit, but there were concerns with the dollar. There were concerns with Europe. We have some kind of, the narrative was huge sell-off on Europe also in Germany. But look at this, they are recovering. So this kind of sentiment carried over to the Russell 2000, carried over to Nvidia, Google. As you can see, the narrative on this 15-minute chart, it's pretty heavy. And as I mentioned earlier, the prospect of more rate cuts is usually affecting the interest rates. So all the banks are in the red, but the semiconductors are pretty in the good. So focusing on Nvidia, focusing on the Nasdaq, focusing on European markets, how they are feeling these news from Ukraine and Russia war, you have had the opportunity to really trust today's dip to find good opportunity. The price action was not good. This was a really trend day with a lot of choppy action, but let me tell you, these kind of candles remind me of algo trade. Algo buying. Some big pockets are buying this dip heavily and they don't care about geopolitics. So that's my reasoning for today's action, today's news, and I hope you found this video useful. If you found it useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecast, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. Remember that the trading day is not over yet. We have on the daily, we are still in a bearish contraction. We are dead cat bouncing. This candle looks really nice, but we have to really be aware of what might be happening. We took this 20,700 and we are still in this zone of fib retracement. Be really careful, because there are still some shorts that might pressure this market towards more selling in the upcoming weeks. But Nvidia might destroy everyone's expectations. Let's see tomorrow. Remember, discipline, patience, and risk management are key for your success. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.